Hello, this is the official unveiling on the Lumibricks website. They reveal stuff just all over the place. It's such a mess. Their official unveilings of new things appear on at least 5 or 6 different websites in different forms at different times, but it's on their website now, their main website, Lumibricks.com, King's Castle Treasury. This is the add-on, if you will, to the banquet hall set that I reviewed a little while ago. $150 US is the base price. We'll see if we get any discounts on that. I don't see it on Amazon yet as of the recording of this video, but ships in 2 weeks. They say it should be showing up there pretty soon. We'll see if we get any discounts on it. So this one has how many pieces? Okay, 16 lights. I saw 20 plus printed pieces, and the total number of pieces is, if I've missed it, I do apologize. If it's been right in front of me and I didn't see it. There it is, 3,209 pieces. Let's look at just the main pictures here. And I'm sorry that little menu comes up at the bottom. We've seen pictures of this for a while, so this should probably be no surprise to anybody, just what it looks like. I think that the stained glass windows here will not be as bright as they appear. Just this looks like it's showing too much light. This is a render. It looks like it's showing too much light for how it's actually going to be. I believe that's a render as well. I might be mistaken on that. I might be mistaken. This is a render though. I think they do composites quite a bit. I'm not sure about these in particular, if these are composites or not. But this just shows you one way that you can connect them end to end. And it really just looks like a continuation of the same building, doesn't it? It doesn't look distinctly different. It doesn't look like it adds a lot to the scene beyond just size. However, I do appreciate that it has a different height and that the new one has a lot more going on underneath. The overall height is the same, but the height above the ground for its floor is very different. And that's an interesting approach. Some of the details of the interior, obviously King's Treasury means it's going to have lots of gold in it. A little dungeon space down there as well. Just another storage space. Wow, nice little prints for the writing over here. And this is able to extend out the little bridge to connect. Huh. Not enough pictures actually here. I think they've got better pictures on the page. Like the good stuff. Yeah. Oh, there's a giant ring. What is that? Up in the attic space there. So again, the whole side, one whole side pulls off, just like with the banquet hall. But this is what I like. That's unique to this one by comparison. You have a lot more stuff going on underneath. A couple of these areas will slide out as well. Wondering what that was. I saw the gear. Does it just do this? Does it just make this one little trapdoor or surprise door do that? I guess this is supposed to represent like a ring for you, like a human ring. What they've got going on there, right? So that folds up if you don't need it. This pops off, and then you can slide this little section out. That's nice. Looks like, what is that? Is that a slide, or does that open in a different way? The handle is there for a reason. I think it slides to the side. I think there's more to this than they're even showing. The maid being the thief, that's kind of a overused trope. And this guy's lips are way too red, but otherwise most people don't really care about the figures from this company, unfortunately. But again, they're working on updating them, changing them. They're taking in fan feedback about the figures to make some changes to them. We'll see what they end up doing with that. But overall, this is a whelming set. It's not overwhelming. It's not underwhelming. It's just kind of just right there. It's kind of as expected from Lumibricks. I think the value looks pretty decent, just period by any standards, including their own high standards. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. It's quite a large thing. It's bigger than a modular building. The banquet hall that I got was rather heavy. This particular scene right here is nice. My biggest question is this the right way to do medieval? Because this is like rather late medieval and possibly even restored, resto-modded medieval. I think that most people want something that's most people who are fans of brick built stuff, who want medieval, that classic castle kind of look, want something that's older, and really just want like lots of castles, and like proper castles with stonework all around, fully walled in. If you can open it up, great, but fully walled in, and then outposts and then ways to add like some of the marketplaces and other life inside of the keep area. And this just really doesn't hit those notes. And I did a full review as quickly as I reasonably could about the banquet hall. It didn't get much interest. Like, people didn't seem to be too excited about it. So the question is this a good idea for them to continue? They have said publicly that they're not going to do more large sets in this series soon. They're going to do more smaller ones, more lower priced ones, because a lot of people have been complaining about the prices of Lumibricks stuff going up, which I personally feel is unfair. One of the major price increase that they've had was due to factors completely out of their own control. Things being much more difficult and more pricey to sell in their biggest market over here in the U.S. And I think their imports to Canada might go through the U.S. as well. I don't know that for sure, but definitely their cost of doing business has gone way up in what's probably their largest sales market. And also they're just doing bigger stuff, more large things. And, they previously had some ridiculous day one discounts, and those discounts got reduced down to something that's just nice. And their base price, even without discounts, is still exceptionally good. This is half the price of the Danish brand for the number of pieces. The Danish brand does not include 20 prints and does not include 16 lights, doesn't include any lights whatsoever. So the value here is still very, very good. But is this something that a lot of people want? Speaking of which, is this something that you want me to buy and review? Because again, not a lot of people cared about the even bigger, overall bigger, the structure of it was bigger, the banquet hall. So that has me questioning this one. Should I even invest in it? I was 100% planning on it, but just kind of seeing how people have responded since has me wondering, should I put that time? Because it takes a lot of time to build these and then to review them as well, not to mention the cost of it. Should I put that time especially and cost into spreading it around and doing more different sets? Because I've got a lot of stuff that I'd like to cover from not just this company, I want to keep the eye-opening occurring. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about the set and about whether you want me to review this, whether you need me to review this to help you to make a purchase decision, or if you would just like me to review it for your entertainment. Those are two very different things, and I really appreciate folks distinguishing between the two. But that's it for now. I'm sure there'll be many more sets revealed from them soon, because we've seen the list. They've published a list of all the sets that are being revealed for this year, and there's still a lot to go with not a lot of time. Bye for now.